All right, guys. It's a shitty slow day in La Jolla, so I figured I'd kind of. Every few people wanted to see what I do. This is my booth. That's one wall. Here's another wall. This is Seattle. That's Sorrento, Italy, October 2016. Here's, you guys better know where that is. These are my hometown. This is a team that beat the Dodgers and almost beat the Phillies and went to World Series. That's Petco Park, the best park in. Need more stuff. What do we got here? Mission Beach. That's the roller coaster at Mission Beach. This is Scripps Pier. This is the Ocean Beach Pier. This is Del Mar Racetrack. Here's a prints I sell for 45 bucks. And we got more stuff on this side. These are all the canvases. That's where I used to live. This is Oceanside Pier. That's the city from Point Loma. This is Mount Soledad. This is New Zealand. That's from my roof again. This is San Diego's oldest business district, Newport Avenue and Ocean Beach. That's Sunset Cliffs and Ocean Avenue. That's the very south tip of, what is it, Point Loma. We call that Carrillo Lighthouse. There's Italy on the bottom there, Ravello, Malibu, Positano. This is North Carolina, Outer Banks. And then down below is the OB Lifeguard Tower. How you doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. Just doing a little video. This is Wind and Sea in La Jolla, one of the better surf breaks. This is Torrey Pines. I grew up north of there just. And here we go, some other stuff. We got the boardwalk in PB. This is Bourbon Street. And obviously the French Quarter in Louisiana. This is the Gaslamp Quarter. This is the Career Bridge in Balboa Park. Bigger park than actually Central Park in New York City. Here's the city from Harbor Island. This is Crystal Pier. This is the Cito Bridge over the Tiber River, and this dome in the background, I don't know if you can see the dome. That's the Vatican. This is Rome. That's the Carrillo Tower over there in Balboa Park, Sunset Cliffs, Ocean Beach Pier. My bestseller is right here. Do you have any questions? Thanks. And then this is the Scripps Pier in La Jolla. All right. So let's go in here and share, how shitty of a day it's been. It's actually just shitty for business. Real quick, I did this. I talked to a lot of people. One of the people I talked to today, it's just compelling today. It was fucking welcome to La Jolla, right? So I fucking got to talking to these young guys about Bitcoin. One guy was talking about how he got into it really early and got in at 16, where Bitcoin was like 3,000 and his average cost for Ethereum was 130 bucks. He was a young guy, and fucking we got to talking. And while I was talking, this dude, fucking Philip Johnson, look him up. Philip Johnson was talking about Daniel, what the fuck is his name? It's in the phone. Anyways, this guy was involved with fucking Larry Silverstein, 9/11. He ended up going to jail for like a year. Solitary confinement. Why? Because he was doing a business deal with this Perlman guy and fucking, like one of Silverstein's fucking cronies, and ended up spending a year in jail. Why? Because he called the guy a fucking Jew. Daniel Perlman, this guy's a fucking Jew because he's so high up he was able to put a fucking local business person in jail for a long period of time. Crazy. And then I met this fucking guy who just really a yoked guy, looked like fucking Joe Rogan, all swollen, but he was probably in his late 20s. And he was in with another guy who was just fucking inked up all over, and he was even more yoked, a little bit older than him. He was with this girl in there fucking in my booth checking my shit out, and they're digging it. And I asked him if, got to talking to him. He's relocated from Puerto Rico to San Diego. He's a cop, not a cop, he's a federal cop. And I asked him what he does, and he's like, I put bad guys in jail, right? Like tough guys. I said, so which politicians you put in jail? He looked at me and smiled. He said, not enough. At least he was on my side in that regard. And then we got to talking, and I said to him all kinds of things, and it was interesting talking to him. But the last thing I said to him, I said, a buddy of mine, he told me there were three kind of cops. There was the kind of cops that fucking see a bad cop and bring it up and lose their job because they brought up the bad cop. There's the cop who sees bad cops and says nothing and does nothing about it. And then there's the cop who sees the bad shit and joins in. Is that a fair assessment of the police force? One answer, yes. Happy Sunday, fucks. You fuckheads.